the MLB draft already underway, a young prospect shares his expectations with a former coach.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
Here we
I'm
go.
checking the numbers, I'm talking to my sources, my scouts, and they're all
MLB
telling me,
Road to
hey,
the Show
this
21,
could
first
actually
episode.
work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
I wonder who's being drafted.
He's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
The Giants! The Giants drafted me! No way! Oh man, I'm a San Francisco Giant. No way, that's actually a pretty good
Continuing
team to
our
play for.
MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming.
Oh,
This
come on, Jonathan
definitely
Mayo.
feels like a reach to me.
Yeah, right.
I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter.
Jonathan Mayo.
I'm
You don't
guessing
know
that
anything.
the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. What about you, Jim Callis? Was this a head-scratcher or the reach of the draft, as some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, you know, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me were, one, you know, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher, you know, what are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways.
That's right.
And they they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, you know, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you could trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them, and they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
A minor league manager checks in with one of his players to discuss a launch plan.
So I'm going to be playing for
young
the
man's
Flying
development.
Squirrels. So with this Road to the Show and MLB Road to the Show 21, you can play both pitching and a position player. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. The club is intrigued by your potential as a two-way player, Joe. You mean pitching and position play? But we're not going to force anything on you. So we're just going to try it out for a few games in the field. So I'm thinking infield. Which spot? I think I gotta go shortstop. Yeah.
Rolling along with the podcast and back on the prospect who's divided the scouting community. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch.
Okay, so as you can see, I just got drafted. I'm pretty sure that I got drafted in the first round. I don't know if it was first overall or not. But anyways, here's my player. He's a two-way player, shortstop and pitcher. We named him Joe, so that's interesting. And yeah, he should be making his AA first appearance soon. So looking at how good this team is, it won't look like it'll be too hard to make the MLB roster because we got Brandon Crawford as their shortstop, and their starting rotation isn't that great. You got Kevin Gausman, who's good, and then Alex Wood, who's decent, and then like the Johnny Cueto, who's getting old. So yeah, we'll see. I think we can make the MLB team in like a year, so or less. So let's try this out. Okay, so I just found that I got drafted in the 3rd round by the Giants, which is kind of weird because I thought it was first, but anyways, drafted in the 3rd round, which is still pretty high. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna play our first game. Here we go. Yeah, we're hitting leadoff. Okay. Let's do this.
Game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Sean Jelly gets the call to pitch here on opening. Now into the box, Joe Bruce. Let's take a look at this young two-way player and the experiment they're running with him. You see him on the mound some.
First of all, I am going to be playing on All-Star mode for this year. Last year I was on Veteran. This year we're switching to All-Star mode, so we're going up a level. So yeah, here we go.
Times, but most of his work is in the field. Would you have wanted to do something like that, Dan?
It's very interesting, Manny, because most pitchers that have big arms, you can move them around the diamond. One of the things you have to have if you want to play defensively, particularly in the outfield or one of the middle infield spots, is to have a strong arm. The key is going to be how they can be able to save his arm if he's going to pitch and mix him into that mix as a position player. But when you have an arm like this guy does, you have a chance to do both and do both well.
Of course, it would have been tough for you to.
I'm gonna switch that.
Left-handed pitcher, a few of the infield positions might have given you a hard time.
Yeah, it would have been difficult in my situation, Matt, being a lefty, because other than first base or one of the corner outfield spots, I think I would have had a difficult time playing third, short, or second. So my work would have been on the mound or probably one of the corner outfield spots.
Got him swinging on.
4-0 Flying Squirrels. Here we go.
Now to bat, Joe Bruce. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one.
Oh, there we go. That's a hit.
And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Anyways, as I was saying, there was I couldn't get like a
first career double A hit. Imagine he's got to feel pretty good about that.
I couldn't get like a flap on my helmet.
A lot of guys never get the double A
I started
baseball.
off in the minors.
Even though this isn't the end goal
sense,
for
like
him,
a little
it's
flap
always
piece
nice
to
to get on the stat sheet as
I
you
couldn't
move
get
up
that,
through the
but
minors.
that's all right. We'll get it in the majors, I guess.
Next up is Jacob
Steal.
Hayward. Came around to score last time after reaching on an error.
Here we
Ready
go.
on 1 and 2. Got him swinging. The throw.
See.
It skips in and he's safe.
Safe.
Close
Let's
play,
go.
but he's in there. So they can't get the strike him out, throw him out double play as there's a runner in scoring position now following the punch out.
Also, if this gets
Next
too hard,
up,
I'll play in
Darren
Hall of
Ruff
Fame mode.
Singled
Which
in
I
his
think is
last
the next one
at-bat.
up.
Throw behind the runner at second, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
Oh,
Runner
that's a
breaks
dumb
for
move.
third.
Why not
Out
do
in
that?
front as this is skied in the air
back.
to straightaway left. Mundell will get there with ease as
There
he
we
puts
go.
it away
That's
for
Joe
out number
Odell.
2.
Nope.
And
Jalen
stepping
Davis.
in, Jalen Davis. He singled first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to
Wait, did he not just tag me in there?
First beats him easily, and the side is retired. So a good job for
weird
him
in
there
that
to
way.
bounce back after giving up
4-0.
4 last time
Flying
around.
Squirrels over
We
Yard
played
Goats.
2 full. The Flying
Yeah, the Yard
Squirrels are
Goats
on top,
are the
4
Rockies
to nothing.
team.
Into the box, Terrell block. He singled in his first AB. 0-1, here it comes. Cue shot here out towards short. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And now, Joe Bruce. Now the first pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Reined in. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
There we go. Another
So the
at bat.
batting order turns over now and set to go Joe Bruce. He bounced out last time up.
Oh,
Lifted in the air
come
out
on.
towards left center.
Keep going,
Long
keep going, keep
run
going.
for the center
Okay,
fielder,
we're going two.
but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap.
Yeah,
And he will pull into
maybe we
second
could've
with a
went three,
two-out
but
double.
that's a double. We'll take it.
Some guys just lay back, work the count, make the pitcher waste a few
Field.
pitches, but
That
when he
down?
serves up a fastball
Nope, we're
like
doing
this
it.
on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it.
Oh,
That's
trap,
just
trap,
what
trap.
he does.
Oh, we're going home.
Jump
That's a
all
run.
over.
And that's
That's a
going to
run.
fall
There
for
we
a base
go.
hit. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
What a frustrating inning from him.
Now to the plate,
All right,
Ryan
double
Vallejo,
play
who's a
situation.
strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Ground ball to second. This could be two. He's got it. One there. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Next, it'll be Joe Bruce. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
No balls and one strike. Pops this one up.
Come on.
And no one will get this one. And a foul pop behind the plate. Engel has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The Flying Squirrels win.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got a hand
We're
pretty
1-0.
quick. Always nice
Win
when you could post
opening
a
day.
6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
A 6-0 shutout to
They
finish
gotta go
off
to
tonight's
not
game.
having it.
The Richmond Flying Squirrels jumped out to
Flying
an early lead
Squirrels.
in the
Here we
first and
go.
never looked back. Junior Marte claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark
All right, let's
DeRosa,
go to
Dan
the next
Plesac,
one.
and our the show's continuing coverage of AA Northeast League Baseball
And
is
it's
on
raining
the air.
again today.
Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Hartford Yard Goats and the
And the
Flying
Richmond
Squirrels of
Flying
Richmond.
Squirrels.
It's baseball.
Ladies
It's
and
the
gentlemen,
show, and it
looks
comes
like I'm
your
playing
way
shortstop
next.
again.
Your Flying Squirrel.
Kirby St. John is on the mound for game 2.
I know last year's
Now at the
game,
plate
there's only
here
like
is
3
Jose
teams that were
Gomez.
drafted.
He was
The
hitless
Tigers
in the
will always
shutout
draft
last
me,
night.
the Orioles or the Marlins.
Nothing in one count. Here it
But
comes.
this year,
Sent
I know
on the
the
ground
Giants
out to
draft, I've
second.
heard the Mets
Fielded
draft people.
cleanly. On to second for the force out, and
Oh,
the
see,
side is
okay, yeah,
retired.
good.
So 2 runs on 3
Mets,
hits, including the home run.
the Braves,
no
I
errors,
saw draft
and
some
2 men
people.
left
The
stranded.
Yankees, I saw a video
We'll
of
move
that.
on to the bottom half of inning
yeah,
number
we
1.
got drafted by the
Yard
Giants,
Goats lead it
so.
2-0. Joe Bruce. He'll lead things off here in the
And
bottom
leading
half
off
of the
yes,
for
of
first.
a
Flying
1,000.
Squirrels, the shortstop, Joe
Here it comes.
Bruce.
Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They started the season out on the wrong foot, dropping one on the road on opening day.
Go, go, go,
Yeah,
go.
Matty, they need to grab this one today. You don't want to drop the first 2 games of the season. I don't care if it's on the road. I know you're going to have to battle, play well at home.
Digging in next, Terrell Block, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Block.
0-1 pitch on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. Reined in. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits. Next to hit is Jose Gomez. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Jose Gomez.
Now the 2-1. Grounded to short. And that's through for a hit.
He's out.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Joe Bruce as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, And this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground.
All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And here comes the first baseman, Michael Tolia. Slow roller left side. Knee high, he barehands it.
Barehander.
The throw
Come
to
on.
first. He's out.
Nice.
And that's a
You
huge
see that? A
play to
barehanded
keep the
play.
leadoff man off base.
That was clean.
Ready now is Joe.
Feels like I should go
He
for
comes
foul.
in 0 for 2 thus far.
Joe.
And
Nope.
that one yanked just foul. The windup and the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate so he'll step out and ask for time. Blowing away with that one, it's 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Hit back up the middle. And there's out number 2. Digging in, the switch hitter, Michael Tolia. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready on 0-2. Hard hit ball to short. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count.
So next to bat will be Jack Weinkoop. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Weinkoop.
Hit out towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left. So now to the plate, Joe Bruce. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant...
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the 3rd out.
And that's the ball game. The Yargos
it sure feels good
this
to
one
shut
3-0.
somebody out.
We
This
bet
was
them
a
last
3-0
time 6-0,
game
so
that featured a lot of
we
great
both
pitching
swept
and
the
timely
2
hitting,
games we won.
which made the difference in
One
this
game,
one.
one game.
And tonight's...
touches base with a new arrival to the team.
This guy's off telling me to go to the batting cage, basically. Good to know, thanks. Alright, so we had a few at bats. Let's look. So, career stats. No, we don't want hitting stats. It only shows pitching stats. That's weird. Where is hitting stats? Did not see hitting stats. Anyways, if any of you guys know where to look at hitting stats, comment down below. But yeah, we did pretty decent today. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video there just because I'm trying to get this video as soon as possible, so less editing the better. But there should be another video going up tomorrow or the day after, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you back